When we picture ancient history, we see fragile scrolls and crumbling tablets, our only windows into lost civilizations. But what if the oldest, most vital stories weren't written on something so perishable? What if they were forged in iron, meant to outlast empires and disasters? This idea challenges everything we know about humanity's beginnings. Imagine a book that cannot burn, a page that will not tear, a message built to survive millennia. Scattered discoveries hint at such iron records, suggesting a civilization advanced enough to engrave their legacy in metal. The search for these indestructible books takes us beyond museums, into the world's most remote corners, in pursuit of a history hidden in iron, waiting for us to finally understand its message. Our knowledge of the ancient world is shaped by what survived: clay tablets, papyrus, bamboo, stone. All these materials are vulnerable, and countless stories have vanished with them. That's why the discovery of ancient metallic plates, far older than our timelines for metallurgy, is so shocking. The idea of an iron library suggests a culture that understood impermanence and chose metal to preserve its wisdom. Even a single inscribed iron plate would upend our history, hinting that we may not be the first advanced civilization. Perhaps a message was left for us, one forged in iron, meant for a future that could finally understand. When we grieve the destruction of the Library of Alexandria, we are actually grieving the erasure of voices that will never be acknowledged again, and the loss of human knowledge. However, isn't it as awful when a student's potential diminishes due to their lack of access to education? Every student who is denied education is like a lost scroll, a tale that was cut off before it even began. Nevertheless, street libraries remain to exist. They don't burn since they're built of iron instead of stone. Resolve is unbreakable, and hope cannot be crushed. If the Library of Alexandria symbolizes the past of humanity that had been ravaged by fire, then locations like Peichan, the street school, symbolize the future of humanity that is refusing to go extinct. Here, who are the librarians? Devoted teachers and idealists who choose to dedicate their afternoons to the sake of education, rather than men in cardigans stealing over readers. They enter with marker, endurance, and an understanding that learning may take place wherever, not with keys to locked archives. Watching them reminded me of Alberto Mangel's thesis in The Library at Night, which claims that libraries truly welcome every customer, regardless of how lost or late they are. The first real clue emerged in 1890, high in the Himalayas. A British expedition, led by Colonel James Harrison, found a sealed cave, and inside, 32 dark metallic plates, far denser than ordinary iron, barely corroded. The plates were covered in an unknown script, geometric, alien, and accompanied by technical diagrams and haunting illustrations. Some showed star maps with unfamiliar constellations. Others depicted massive celestial bodies approaching Earth, and scenes of global destruction, tsunamis, continents splitting, skies aflame. Harrison's team documented everything, took one plate, and faced ridicule upon their return. The plate's alloy baffled chemists, and the find was dismissed as fantasy. The artifact vanished into a private collection, and the story faded into obscurity. Yet, the Himalayan Iron Library remains a lost clue, hinting at a much larger mystery. What civilization could create such a record, and why did they hide it in the heart of a mountain? The answer may lie in the stories and legends that echo across the world. Are these iron plates the missing link between myth and forgotten history? The Himalayan discovery echoes ancient flood myths found worldwide, from Noah to Manu to Utnapishtim. Many cultures speak of a golden age, a time of lost wisdom and harmony, ended by cataclysm. These stories, often dismissed as allegory, might be distorted memories of real events possibly recorded on iron plates. The engravings of celestial disasters and shifting continents align with these tales of world-ending catastrophe. Across continents, the same themes repeat: a brilliant civilization, a warning ignored, a world destroyed, and survivors starting anew. The iron libraries could be the last testament of those survivors, a message meant to outlast the disaster they foresaw. If the iron libraries are real, who built them? One theory, an advanced human civilization, erased by disaster, left these records as a warning. Another, a secretive network of sages, keepers of lost knowledge, hid the libraries in remote places for future generations. Or perhaps, as myths suggest, the builders weren't entirely human, gods, giants, or visitors from elsewhere. The advanced metallurgy and alien script hint at a mastery beyond our known history. Whoever they were, they valued knowledge above all, forging it into iron to survive the ages. Their message was meant for those who could finally understand. The builders chose iron for a reason. Gold is too soft and tempting to steal. Stone and clay are brittle. Organic materials decay. Iron, especially a corrosion-resistant alloy, offered strength, abundance, and longevity. Its weight discouraged theft, and its durability meant the message would endure. Symbolically, iron represents endurance and the Earth's core, a fitting vessel for a civilization's legacy. The builders knew empires would fall and languages would vanish, but iron could survive it all. Their libraries were designed to outlast epochs, waiting for a future civilization to unlock their secrets. The message was not just on the Earth, but of the Earth itself. The iron plates are more than records. They are a scientific chronicle of catastrophe. Some depict our solar system, with a rogue celestial body disrupting planetary orbits. Others show the Earth's crust fracturing, continents shifting, and oceans swallowing land. Maps reveal a world both familiar and alien, with pole shifts and instant climate change. The engravings show floods, firestorms, volcanic winters, eyewitness accounts of a world ending. The builders documented every stage, leaving behind not just a warning, but data. Their hope. That future civilizations would learn from their fate. The plates are a case study in survival and extinction. Among the engravings, one phrase stands out. When iron returns, remember. Is it a warning for a future iron age, meant for us, the civilization that rebuilt with steel and machines? Or does it mark a cosmic cycle, a return of the same disaster that destroyed their world? Either way, the message is urgent. Civilizations, no matter how advanced, can fall. The universe is not always benign, and the myths of destruction may be literal history. The iron libraries are a legacy and a challenge, demanding we question our past and heed their warning. We are the civilization of iron. The story of our world may be far older and more dramatic than we imagine. Its most important chapter may still be waiting, locked in iron, for us to finally read. Will we remember when iron returns?